All you've got is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does, yeah, that's okay, yeah. Society, and give me a moment. You need to start some more. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat.
Hey, good morning or afternoon, wherever you're located, and welcome to Intercoiffure America Canada's first ever virtual presentation of the Nouveau finalists and the announcement of the winners. I would like to say thank you to each one of you who is so supportive of Intercoiffure America Canada and who participated in the past years for this wonderful contest, the Nouveau. And right now, I would like to bring to the stage or to the screen Perry Monhay. He is the chair of Nouveau. And Perry, you know, I can't believe it's been almost 15 years that you and me were on the board, and Lois Christie, who was the president at that time, had a dialogue of what can we do to engage our new talent in our salon. And the birth of Nouveau happened that day. And you so graciously stepped up to the plate and said, I'll be willing to chair it. And I mean, God's hand was on you, because what a better spirit and soul is Perry Monhay to step up and take hold of this young talent and mentor them and help create this. And so now we're a teenager, right? We're about 15 years old, correct? And I would like for you to tell everyone about the history of Nouveau, what's involved, how they can be involved, and also how it works behind the scenes from your end, okay?
Thank you, Sheila. Once again, I'm Perry Mulhead, Creative Director of Intercoiffure Nouveau. 15 years seems like a lifetime ago, but yet it also seems like just a blink of an eye. Uh, as Sheila mentioned, along with Sheila, myself, and Lois, they were talking about, how do we bring our young people, the future of our industry, into having the opportunity to showcase their talent, not only on a national level, which Intercoiffure allows them to do, but also on an international level by performing at Mondial in Paris, or whether it's maybe another world venue that they can take advantage of. One of the things that was the most interesting, that when we were going back and forth, it was how do we get this collective group of young people, and how do we resource their ideas, their sense of style? What do they see happening? Because like as we've been in the industry for so many years, these young people, they have a new take on life, they have a new take on fashion, and they see hair differently than we do. And one of the things was these young people were in coiffure salons, and we always wanted to assist the A members in their salons with getting great raw talent. And this is where we came up with the idea of collectively getting Intercoiffure Nouveau, once again French meaning new, this is what's happening. And so what we had is we wanted to create a contest. It was about cut and color at the time, and then we later on added texture because you see so much of that going on. So what we did is we came with some ideas, some concepts. We developed, the imagery. I think one of the first times we did a tribute to Vidal Sassoon using some of those images, and this was their inspiration. But what we wanted to do is we want them to emulate them, not to copy them. Bring me what you see, bring me what you're feeling, what's happening around the globe, because anymore with the wide web, it seems like whether you live 5,000 miles away or across the globe, we're all so interconnected anymore. So these young people truly stepped into the plate. They saw an image or 4 or 5 images, and then all of a sudden it was like, wow, this is this image, this is what you interpreted. It was like mind-boggling. From some of the ideas that they had, using like a protractor stencil to spray on the hair. These young kids, it was just amazing the ideas that they came up with. And this is where we thought, wow, what an opportunity, right? So we developed the contest. We had, we limited it to 10 finalists. So the 10 finalists were judged by Intercoiffure A members that have just, a phenomenal reputation within our industry. We have so many great people that would help us judge. We also used our artistic directors to judge. They were the final judge. But the main thing was that these kids had these ideas. These salon owners were like, wow, I didn't know, that they had this in them, until all of a sudden they were allowed to break free. There weren't any parameters really. It was, this is the idea, show us what you want to come up with. And I think what happened is the salon owners all of a sudden were taken back by what these young people were doing. And they said, well, you know what, I need to give this young person a little bit more responsibility. Maybe they need to be on the artistic team. Maybe they just need to be head the young talent within the salon. So it created a new avenue for these young people, and it also created a new avenue for the salon owner as to what the future of their salon was going to be, which was in good hands because of these young people. So what happened was, I think the salon owners were really excited. The salons were able to get some great education also from the winners. We have always 10 finalists, and we have top 3 winners, a first, second, and third place. The most important part, though, has been the support of not only ICA, but also of manufacturers throughout the course of what we're doing. And we're always, want the salon owners to get their people into the organization, into Nouveau, encourage them and to support them. One of the really great things that has happened this year, obviously, our Spring Atelier was canceled due to the pandemic. So therefore, our Nouveau show was canceled because of the pandemic. But one of the things that Sheila and I were knocking on our heads is, how do we showcase these young kids and acknowledge them, So we were beating our heads, because you think about, we had the inspiration from our artistic director, Anna. They ran with it. These kids had to get models, they had to come up with a concept, and then they'll do the photo shoot. So we were like, whoa, this is huge. How can we need to acknowledge them? And then Sheila says, hey, Perry, you know what? What if we do a virtual Nouveau presentation, the first one of its kind? And I thought, wow, this is incredible. That way, we're not leaving these kids hanging, because you know what? They have these images. They're beautiful images. We had about 30 entries altogether. They were judged by Sam Ricardo, Ray Chavello, and Stephen Moody. So we had about 40 entries. They finalized it till top 10, and then now we have the top 3 finalists. This was the huge opportunity. So we put it all together in a short time. Sheila, behind everything, and say, hey, we got to do this, we got to do that. We've come up with what we're doing today. The idea is just like snowballed. So I think it's going to be quite fun today. But the other aspect that I want to talk to you about is the empowerment of women. Right now, our country is just, not only our country, but our world is just spinning so fast, so topsy-turvy, right? But this time right now, it's about the empowerment of women. And you're going to meet 3 powerful women who have encouraged, supported their young teams into joining the contest, which can be a really scary thing, especially if you're quite new in the industry. These 3 women have forged ahead. They have multiple salons. They're just strong leaders. And I have to tell you that in our organization, we're at the forefront of women and empowerment. And I congratulate, even our president. This is the second president that Intercoiffure, I believe, has had, with Sheila, the first one being Lois. And this is the momentum that we have right now, that we're for leaders. We're not behind the 8 ball with empowerment of women. This is, it's just a new era. It's a new time. Yes, we have this pandemic going on, but yet at the same time, we're doing so many powerful things that these kids are going to say, whoa, they're going to be elated, because the winners the winners going to have the opportunity to have some in-salon education for their whole team, not just for one of the stylists. And this way, everybody sees that there's value in what Nouveau is doing. The owner's going to see, hey, you know what? I have the opportunity to have whoever it may be, whether it's a color haircutter or a business seminar within their salon, that it's going to benefit the whole salon. And that way, in this moment, we need to generate new revenue streams. Everything is, like I said, spinning so fast and so topsy-turvy. And this is one of the opportunities that Intercoiffure has created. It started 15 years ago, but who would imagine that we're utilizing it the way we are right now, virtually, first of its kind, because this is the direction that we're going into. And in 2 weeks, you'll see our fall atelier virtually also. There's so many things. I applaud, the Intercoiffure board. I applaud our president and our former president. I think that Intercoiffure is the organization to be in right now, and this young talent needs to know that Intercoiffure salons are the salons that they want to be in.
Well, Perry, I would also like to say that part of the involvement is having the team and the participants of Intercoiffure Nouveau to come to the event and be on stage and be highlighted. And it gives encouragement for the other young talent, as well as gives each one of us a sense of pride when we see our babies, our newbies, and they are on the stage and they're representing us in such a fabulous way. And I just want to shout out right now to you and say, hey, your team has made them understand a sense of style and presentation and the refinement of their work and have that energy. So there's more behind the stage that I think that they get more out of it. Just participating and being behind stage is actually, it's not about the winning. And as our artistic director, Anna Pachito, so wonderfully said the other day, it's not about the winning of a contest. It's about the journey and all the things that happen to you being in that journey that you would not have been able to experience if you hadn't have just had a little bit of encouragement to step out and be involved in a contest. And I do believe that competition and stepping out of that salon box absolutely gives you something that no one can ever take away from you. So your team, I sing your praises all the time about your patience and how talented you are and how well you pull all of that hidden energy and creativity inside these Nouveau participants and puts it on the stage. And, I can hear people right now, the audience standing up, screaming and hollering after one of the presentations of the Nouveau, right? So
Absolutely.
I would like now for you to introduce us to the top 10 finalists and then hear from them. And then after that, we will have the drum roll and announce the top 3 and then the winners. Okay?
Fantastic. You'll see a brief video from each stylist, each one of the 10 contestants. Then you'll see their before and after, which I think you're going to love. We're really excited about the 10 finalists. This is the first time I said, because it's virtual, that we have a little short clip, like a 60-second clip, not 60-minute, a 60-second clip of the 10 finalists. So we'll put that on so that way you guys can take a look.
My name is Caroline Stahl, and for my look, I was inspired by the boldness and movement featured in Anna Pacito's Effusion collection. I created a hybrid between a mullet and a shag for a bold, structured look. This created so much texture and movement and added lots of wispiness to the ends, which paired perfectly with the delicate pastel colors that I chose. One thing that really stood out to me in the Effusion collection was the contrast between structure and fluidity, and I really wanted to emulate that in my look. Overall, I really wanted to create something that can be made in the chair, at the salon, or on set. I really hope you enjoy this look as much as I enjoyed creating it.
Hi, I am Sydney Dry from Cutting Loose Salon in Sarasota, Florida. First and foremost, I would like to thank my amazing boss, Coro Please, for this opportunity to enter Nouveau, and I would also like to thank Intercoiffure and Perry for allowing us to participate in Nouveau and moving forward with the competition throughout the pandemic. Your guys' support throughout all of this has been completely unparalleled. My inspiration for my entry for Nouveau this year was really just looking at Anna's work and finding how unique it was, and I really found inspiration in that, and I was like, I want to create something that perhaps I've never seen before or would never think to do. And I wanted to create art within the hair, and whenever I was creating my look, I imagined that people would at first glance see modern culture in it, and then at second glance find resemblance of modern art, because the truth is there's art everywhere, and there's art definitely in hair.
My name is Santana Robles from the Perry Monje Salon Spa in Phoenix, Arizona. Nouveau's 2020 inspiration was Effusion. Artistic director Anna describes Effusion as an unrestrained expression of creativity. As stylists, I feel we're able to express ourselves through the art of hair color, cutting, and texture. For my model Morgan, I chose to do a short halo. The reason why I chose the short version on her was because it helped accentuate her cheekbones and jawline. For the color, I used a black color technique using 3 different tones of pink. Those tones were light, medium, and dark to help bring out the Nordic blonde. Not only was I able to express myself through this challenge, I was able to bring confidence to my model and something she thought she could never do. I want to thank Sheila and Perry for this opportunity. Bye!
Hi, Juan Gabriel Landrau here, brand ambassador and level 1 stylist at Salon 718, and I find that I get my inspiration from the people that I meet. I had met my model and instantly sensed that she had a fiery sort of passion within her, and I thought that it would be fun to capture that on film.
Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jonathan Savage, and I wanted to create an image that tells the story of both the strength and femininity I see in women, my sister, my mother, most of all, my wife. I wanted to create an image that truly embodies their feminine essence through a color story of hair. Each color represents an attribute of an empowered woman. So streaming from the top of her head is the color yellow because she is pure and divine in nature. And next you're going to see hues of pink, which display how she is caring, compassionate, pure, and how she loves unconditionally. And then you're going to see streams of violet to show how powerful, ambitious, and wise she is. And then the foundational color. The foundational color is purple, which represents a woman who is associated with royalty, a woman full of truth, a woman who conveys dignity and independence. And finally, an accent of sparkle, because I truly see you sisters. You are truly shining. Much love.
I'm Jules from Cutting Loose Salon. Thank you, Perry, and your team for this amazing experience. It's super great to have an opportunity like this. I was really inspired by the Effusion collection and the pastel colors that I saw throughout. This year, I really tried to focus on what my photo looked like as a whole. So the hair, the makeup, and the wardrobe, and how that all came together, and I'm super happy with it. Thank you so much again for this opportunity.
I'm Danielle. We are so honored to be in the top 10. Thank you, Perry and Intercoiffure and Jean and Alan. We love you so much.
So for the cut, I was very inspired by Anna Pesito's Effusion collection, how in many of her photos, the focal point was very asymmetrical and blunt while the background was still very textured. So I decided to do an asymmetrical blunt fringe and then have the ends very textured and flared out.
So for the color, I really loved Anna's photo that used the Pantone colors of the year. So I took that and used ultraviolet and classic blue to really accentuate Danielle's cut. We are so honored to be nominated in the top 10. Good luck to everybody out there.
Good luck, guys.
I drew a lot of my inspiration from a Chainsmokers concert that I went to a handful of years back. I absolutely loved all of the energy and the spunk and the light show that they had going on. I really wanted that boldness and that movement to scream through my work and my model to look like she's having the most fun time of her life. To me, this is a fusion, an outpouring of emotion, poetry, and beauty, not only seen with your eyes, but felt with your soul.
Guinevere LaCree. I work at Yellow Strawberry in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. Yellow Strawberry is the first and only salon I've worked at, and in August I'll celebrate my 5 years. I've had so many amazing opportunities with our salon. In fact, my very first plane ride was to the 2017 Fall Atelier. I am beyond proud to be a part of our team. I am inspired by Anna Pashito's organic and passion-driven design, so I chose to pull my inspiration for a fusion out of my daily life. I created hair that mimics the way the orchids in my garden grow. I've always appreciated how they pour out of themselves as their roots crawl and they reproduce. The cut is meant to highlight the asymmetric but perfectly balanced shape each plant takes on. The color pays homage to the truly unique way in which the orchids always effuse all their bright, beautiful colors.
Sheila, what did you think of those 10 top finalists?
Oh my gosh, Perry, they were amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait to know who the top 3 are, but just to see their creativity. And I know you worked with them all through the contest and everything. So what did you think of your top 10?
You know what? What I loved the most is how they took Anna's inspiration, and like I said, they didn't copy it, Sheila. What they did is they emulated. They created. There was one that had this short little fringe and then the long hair. And what I got out of a couple of those photos is they did that short little fringe, but they made the cut a little shorter. And the color combinations that they use, and this is what I was talking about earlier, that it's so exciting to see. You and I may may look at the picture and say, oh yeah, I love the fringe, I love the length, that type of thing. But yet these kids, they looked at it and they said, you know what, I'm going to make this my own. This is powerful inspiration. I love how she did, the color. I love how she did this, but I'm going to change these colors. And you see all the colors that you see on the street. Oh my God, you see people, at a certain age that I never saw, that I never felt would have color in their hair. All of a sudden, as they have these pinks, these blues. And so when you see those haircuts and you think, well, why not? Or how come I didn't think about that? And just the interpretation of what they committed, finding the right model, the photo shoot. But once again, you know what? It goes back to the empowerment of women. These women are like, okay, you gotta enter the contest. This is going to be good for you. And we all have that fear when we're young. But the collection, you saw the whole group, then you think, man, the top 10 judges, they really had to struggle a little bit to pick the top 10 finalists. So it was huge. I loved it. The momentum I loved, and when the rest of the membership sees this, or the membership just saw, they're going to think, oh my God, look at that powerful work. It was great.
And to know that these are team members that have been in the business less than 5 years. We forgot to mention that. That's what's
exactly.
Even that, and it's just kudos to the salons, the Intercoiffure salons that they work in, because they're so inspired from the team members of that salon as well as the A members who support them 100% in their work every day and encourage them and just to put that type of work out, I get goosies. I mean, I'm just blown away. And I have to say that virtually it shows up so much better, even live on a big screen, right?
I agree. Yeah, one of the things that I'm really anxious to see is, we have a couple of salons that have had previous winners and top 10 finalists. I'm really anxious to find out from the salon owners what these former Nouveau, have they become art directors? Have they become mentors? What are they doing with the salons as some of these salons have expanded into multiple locations? I really want to see how we have Intercoiffure has had helped mold them to go into their new salons and into or even to their main salon, and what they're doing as far as education. And like I said, how are they mentoring and how are they getting these young people to think differently? I'm excited to hear about that.
I am too. So I tell you what, I'm just too excited right now. So why don't you tell me? I'm not real good with it, so I'm glad that you haven't told me, because I would probably be jabbering it out. So why don't you tell the top three, and then why don't we go to them and see if we can get them on the screen and you ask them those questions so that we can have their input to all the members and their encouragement to the other Salon A members so that they will want to participate in the next year or the next year. So, okay, my hands are sweaty and I'm getting really nervous. So can you tell me the three
in
winners?
in no
The
particular
top
order,
three.
gang. All right, no particular
Yeah,
order.
that's what they do on American
We
Idol. No
Yeah,
particular
yes,
order.
exactly. David's playing a little drum roll right now. But we have Salon 18 from Brooklyn, New York, one of our top three. We have Cutting Loose Salon from Sarasota, Florida. And then we have John Allen Salon from Nashville, Tennessee. So those are
Yay!
the top three salons that are running for first, second, and third place. We're going to break in a moment to interview. You're going to hear from them what they're currently doing with their team members and how they've empowered their team members at the same time. So I'm really anxious. It's like when I look at all this, I go, wow, I'm glad I wasn't one of the judges. I think it's huge. I think it's really, really huge. And I congratulate these salons. Uh, and I know one of them, Sheila, is a fairly new member, correct?
Right,
Right. So,
right.
I mean,
Michaela.
kudos to, yes, Michaela from
Right.
Salon
She came in as
718. Yes.
right. She came in as a new member and jumped right in and got involved, which was
Wow.
amazing. So
That's huge.
I am
And,
so
you know,
excited.
right,
Congratulations to
exactly.
all of them. And so I tell you
Right.
what, let's get them online, let's get them live, and then you interview them, and let's hear what they have to say, and then we'll come back and we will announce the first, second, and third, or third, second, and first. Okay.
Sounds good. Perfect. All right, here we go.
Okay. So Perry, in no particular order, we have Michaela, and I'm going to let you introduce her and talk to her and get her involvement because I think she's the newest member we've ever had to get involved, right?
Correct. Hey, Michaela, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is
Welcome,
Michaela Williams
Michaela.
from Salon
Oh, I just
718 in
tell
Brooklyn, New
Michaela.
York.
718. It's our area code.
What's that now?
718.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where the Salon 118 came from. Oh, that's pretty clever.
It's the
Hey, listen, I
yeah.
wanted to
It's
congratulate
the
you.
area code. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to congratulate you. You've been a member for a whole year. You know what? What I want to know, Michaela, is what got you excited about seeing about the Nouveau contest? That you got fired up and you decided to have your young talent enter. Can you talk to us about that?
So I got so excited about this contest because it was a great way to introduce our staff to Intercoiffure and all the amazing opportunities that not only we will have as a company, but our new talent will be able to be exposed to now that we became a member.
Wow, that's perfect, and that's exactly what we look forward to. This is what the whole idea behind Nouveau was. Now, listen, how did you get the team to commit to saying, "Hey, look, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to find a model. You're going to have to come up with your concept. You know what the direction is. You know, from the artistic director Anna. How did you motivate them, and how did you get them to say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to enter." And you ended up in the top 3 finalists. How did that all come together?
We do a lot of voluntelling here at Salon 718. We tell them that they have to volunteer and do things, and we guide them along the way. A lot of times it's really hard for people to see the end results, but we look at our jobs also as coaches of their careers, and they just need to be exposed to different things and opportunities. And sometimes it's just the experience alone will prepare you for something in the future. So everything is a practice run until you get it perfect. And we just looked at this as one of our practice runs. And apparently we got it perfect because we got to be in the top 3.
Yeah, and I think that's truly exciting. Now, once that you learned that you had somebody in the top 10 and then a top 3 finalist, what was the enthusiasm behind your team member? How did everybody rally around that?
So, since COVID, we really haven't been together as a team a lot. So what we have done very early was set up a WhatsApp chat, and we announced it on the WhatsApp chat. And just all the congratulations that went out to Juan for it was truly amazing. Although Juan is representing Salon 718, we're looking at this award as a team award, like we do everything else. One person win, it's a whole win for the entire team. So everyone was super excited. Everyone's asking how they can get involved next year. And I think for anyone who's a hairdresser under 3 years, it's just something for them to look forward to, and having the ability to work with the creative directors from Intercoiffure is just, again, a true gift that we can pass as members on to our team.
And I think one of the strongest things is that I always see, I know when, we're preparing for this contest, the Nouveau contest, and then we're preparing for the spring atelier that we put on also, is I know my team, they have this buzz. They're talking to the clients. They're telling, oh, we're getting ready for our show. You should see the wardrobe. What was the buzz like at Salon 718 during all this time that was happening, prior to the photo shoot and then after the photo shoot?
So, we were squeezing a lot in that photo shoot. So we hired a professional photographer to do it, and it was a very busy day. We started at 6 o'clock in the morning until probably about 8 o'clock at night. And we were really trying to get a lot of things. One of the things that we also did within that photo shoot was launch our Salon 718 University. So there were a lot of different storyboards going on. And for us, it's all about the color story for Juan and his model, and really showing strong shapes. And we had quite a few people who were interested in it, and a couple new people that we had invited to the photo shoot for them to also see the different opportunities that they would have just being on our team. So the energy was totally amazing, from people who were hairdressers with us for over 10 years to people who literally it was their first day at work that day. Just seeing what their future could look with us and what the future would be with us, and the opportunities that Intercoiffure will give us, not only from a business aspect, but from a creative aspect as well.
Right. So you really looked at the marketing angle of it by bringing other future professionals into your company to check out the photo shoot and all that, right?
Yes, I think every hairdresser goes in wanting to be a rock star and be behind the scenes, being an educator, and sometimes we have to provide those opportunities and not just expect outside people to do it for us. There's a lot of talent in our doors, and we have to go the extra mile and find those talents for our team members.
I totally agree. And I'm sure that, Juan Gabriel is so grateful for the opportunity, and you probably see him, walking like on cloud nine, a different attitude, and just willing to help, and hey, this is what I did. And I think those are the things that we want to be able to share with the rest of the membership, is like, you know what, here's a woman, an empowered woman, her first year as an Intercoiffure member, and yet, you know what, she's in the top 10 finalists, and then she's in the top 3. I think that's a great story that we want to share. And once again, like I had told Sheila earlier, it's right now we're in total empowerment of women. And the really cool thing, the other two, yes, exactly, the other two top three finalists, they're women owned also. So I applaud you guys along with our president Sheila. Anything else you want to share with us today?
I do want to say thank you to Sheila. You know, about 3 years ago, I was in Ireland for an event and I met Sheila, and I was on the fence of joining. My dear friend Richard Calcasola and Joe Blackwell really encouraged me, and Sheila's like, Michaela, it's the year of the woman. Like, when I come on, we're going to really empower women. And that was the final little push I needed to join. And I just want to say thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to my years to come with Intercoiffure. And not only do I want to be a member, but I would love to be a very involved member and really help, with the organization in any way that I can. So thank you again for this opportunity.
Well, again,
And I
thank
think one
you.
of the things. Go ahead, Sheila.
Oh, I just wanted to say again, thank you and congratulations. And I am so proud that you have come in like a whirlwind to our organization and brought so much energy and and just jumped on the passion train that so many of us have for our organization and for the camaraderie that we have between members. So thank you. It's just been a joy to get to know you better.
Thank you.
One of the things, Michaela, that I liked what you just said is about not only just receiving and taking, but about your willingness to share with what you know and what you're currently doing and what's helping you be the successful woman that you are. So I applaud you very much for that. I want to thank you. The bottom of Nouveau, and like I say all the time, this is the opportunity to get the young kids on a national stage, New York, or whether we're in Miami or whether we're in Las Vegas, and also the possibility of being on a national stage once our pandemic years are over. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Coral.
Hey,
I
Sheila.
am so excited. Congratulations on being one of the top three. I know this is not anything new for you, but it is for us because you're one of the top three to the world because so many people are watching. And, you're one of my favorite people and been such a mentor to me when I came into Intercoiffure. And you're just such a representation of what Intercoiffure members are all about. So congratulations for just being a part of Intercoiffure. Congratulations for being always so gracious and energetic and passionate about this organization and for always supporting Nouveau. So Perry, hit it with her because I know she is full of information that you are dying to ask.
Absolutely. Coral, first of all, I don't even know, you have been such an avid supporter of Nouveau from day one. We can go back to Katie, right?
Yep,
And
Katie and Nikki.
I was just going to say, and Nikki and your daughter doing some photos for us. I mean, I can't even say, how do we say thank you for all the years? And all the years through it, top, winners, finalists, there's always been something that you have brought as well as taken with you back to your salon. But one of the things that I'm always curious is that how can you share the enthusiasm and what the benefit of having these young talents in Nouveau?
Well, I'm proud to say that we have placed 10 out of 10 years that we've entered at some capacity. So, and I think that generation, Katie and Nikki, then they mentored the next generation, which is now Jules and Sydney, as well as many others that have entered, but they are the ones that have placed. And they mentor each other. And, they're the ones that really get the photo shoots together and get them excited and help guide them. So it's been a great legacy for them. And so I'm sure our next ones will come from Jules and Sydney.
Absolutely. Now, tell me what has that brought to your company?
Well, it's been amazing. We've only been open 12 years, so we're still a baby in the industry.
Wow.
And I have 80% of my team are millennials. And so I think it just gives them something exciting to look up to. And it just so happens Katie and
Mm-hmm.
Nikki helped me start our education because they first started into that, and then they just get more involved with the company. And now Jules and Sydney are part of I Sent You, our online learning and our virtual learning. So it does seem that they always move up to the next level in the salon once they've entered Nouveau.
And I have to tell you, that's, you talk about it being only 12 years open, but yet you have 65 employees. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I know you just had 6 young people that you graduated to behind the chair from the assisting program. Am I right?
Yes. I was
Yeah.
sharing, coming back from COVID, I had 13 proteges on the floor, and we didn't really, now working one guest at a time, we didn't need that many assistants. And they were far enough along that the week before we opened, we tested them out, and there's stylists behind the chair doing great.
Wow, congratulations. Now, you spoke about Jules now taking over and that type of thing. What do you foresee them bringing to the new apprentices that you have?
Well, as we had shared a little bit, the online learning, the virtual learning, which I don't think would have
Mm-hmm.
ever been an acceptable way of doing classes. And Jules and Sydney have created all of this online learning for us. So moving forward in 2021, that's all it'll be. And then every 3 weeks we have live class, but instead of every week. And that's Jules and Sydney. Like, their technology is way more advanced than mine. I can barely do this.
And I think that's one of the things that during this time, this pandemic, as salon closures and all the different things that have happened, I really have found that salon owners like yourself, they've discovered new opportunities. But I think one of the really important things is they discovered also new opportunities to create more revenue. And I think
Yes.
and I think it's taking less out of us as far as so many people together and spending the money, that you really learned how to curtail your expenses, which we really have to do during this pandemic, but yet you learn how to flourish and come back even stronger.
Well, I was very proud that all 65 came back when we opened, including the
Right.
13 proteges, not knowing what education was going to look like. So they trust
Hmm.
you, and we've grown through education, so we have to continue that.
Right, exactly. And now, where do you see, us evolving with the participation of this new virtual reality that we're all into? As you've always been a great avenue for us with Intercoiffure. How do you foresee women like yourself of empowerment that you guys are coming strong? The top 3 finalists. I was talking uh, to different people. I said, you know what? The top 3 finalists, the salon owners, are women. And I said, Sheila, and you're a
That's exciting.
woman as our president, and such empowerment during this time. What do you tell your young female team members?
Anything's possible, just have faith
Yeah.
and passion and drive, and anything's
Hmm.
possible.
Right, exactly. And I think, like I told you again, I can't even begin to say thank you. Um, we, as Sheila mentioned, we've grown by, having your people come in, and we're excited when they come in because we want to help support and we want to help grow. We're always delighted. And I think the thing that I want people to see, or I know what they want to see, is that 10 years you've been doing this, right? And you've had
Hmm.
finalists, you've had winners, and each time it keeps growing and growing and growing. And yet you have 2 young ones that really hit it out of the park with their virtual reality education. And whoever did the voiceover, it was phenomenal. I thought, wow, this is great. So I thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing, and that's what success is all about. the creation of it and then sharing it with everybody else. So that way we refill our tummies again with new education. So I want to thank you again for the great job, the mentorship, and the empowering of women during this time.
Well, I think it's great that you guys have created at least some way for us to celebrate. And like I said, it is the new way, but the girls love being backstage and on stage. And so I can't wait to get back to New York. And I know that we are all looking forward to it. One of the winners actually took us to Japan. 12 of us went to World Congress. So things like
That was
that don't
phenomenal,
happen
wasn't
at
it?
Intercoiffure. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And and that's what I tell people all the time about Nouveau. It's about the ability to give this young talent, not only on our national American stage here in America, but also international stages. That
Yes.
they could see different customs, different types of education. I mean, you go back and you think, oh, we're got to go do that at our salon, or we got to do this, we got to do that. Just inspired by that. So I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest learning experience, that you find out that we're not much different from anybody else here in America.
Yes. Well, listen, Perry, we need to thank you because you and your team and Patricia, you're the ones that make it happen. And I know
Yes.
how much work it is. So we really appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much. It's quite fun, but you know what? It can be possible without leaders like Sheila. That's
Yes.
where it really, they have to have the commitment, and they have to have the vision. And even though, we don't generate revenue, that there is a passion that we have for these young kids.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So thank you, Sheila.
Well, you're welcome. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's about opening doors for the new ones from the doors that we were opened for us, right, to go through.
Right,
And
exactly.
I especially love that about being a global organization, and also the commitment and passion that all of our members in Intercoiffure America Canada bring to the organization and are so willing to share with
Absolutely.
each other. And listen, both of y'all are just in my top 10. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good
Hey,
morning, John.
Sean,
How you doing?
congratulations.
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're
Good.
doing well.
Congratulations on being third, one of the three, not third, but one of the three. We don't know who's the winner yet. So, but congratulations. And thank you for always being a part of Intercoiffure Nouveau. Because I know the first year you got in, that was the first thing you did, is you put your kids in
Yes,
that contest. So
yes.
I think you were go ahead.
Thank you. I mean, to be honest, that's really a huge component of our membership in Intercoiffure for us because obviously, 80% of our staff has no interest in this type of thing. But for the 20% that do, we really need to be able to offer them the opportunity. And I felt a lot of pressure, frankly, to be able to offer them this type of opportunity. Just starting to come to the ateliers and the shows that Perry put on. I mean, the choreography, the music, the wardrobe. I mean, it's just, that's always was a highlight for me. So I just knew that my girls would love, love, love to be a part of that.
And I think, John, too, one of the things, you spoke about the percentages. It's always that 20% that does 80% of the work. And I
That's
know
right.
that you're well aware of that. So when you're
Yeah.
feeding, when you talk about you have 80% that's not really interested in it, then you have that 20%, and they're really the driving force in our salons, especially for a young group of millennials like this that we have. So this is a perfect opportunity where you came into an Equifair, and it worked out handsomely for you in that manner. And then as you continue to open salons, you've like Sheila said, you have been a strong proponent of Nouveau, and you've really committed to it. How has that helped as you expanded salons? Now I think you have 4 salons. Am I correct? With the 4
Yes.
salons, how have your senior members like Katie and Hannah, and I know Elvi's been involved. Now we have Danielle and we have Erica. How have they helped with the photo shoots and inspiration?
Well, and we also, I want to leave out, we also had Fatima and Taylor and Paige and Jesse. So we've had a lot of people placed in these
Correct.
Nouveau
Yes.
competitions, and it's huge for them. And whenever everybody gets all excited about waiting for the the rollout of the new theme each year and planning for the photo shoot, so they reach out to the young people that they know are interested, and start talking it up and encouraging them, and then they guide them all the way. They guide them with their mood
Perfect.
boards and picking their models and all of that. So it's just great.
Now, you spoke about the former Nouveau members. Now, as you open more salons, I go back into that because you know what? Have they played a role as being art directors, mentors, and how as team leads with the salons as you open them? How has that come all together for you?
Well, I mean, they are the leaders. They're the enthusiastic cheerleaders for everybody. They're always the let's do it people. Even in this pandemic, Emma, who's she's not been part of Nouveau, but she's been a makeup artist for Nouveau, and she wanted to do a diversity shoot. So the creative team jumped on and put it together, and I'm super happy with the outcome of that. Now they're planning their fall collection shoot. So even though things are not normal, they have that very positive attitude, and they're just marching on as though things are normal.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the strongest ththings. Also, I have to tell you, like Emma, she was a godsend to us with the makeup and all. She worked with us so well, and from what I see on Facebook from her and all that imagery she has such a great eye for detail and for color. It really helped us so much, and it helped set us apart. And if you look at the images that our photographer David shot, it's just utterly beautiful, everything she did. Because when we're doing the presentations, a lot of times we're using those wigs, and it's a replication of what they submitted. But I'll tell you, with the talent, getting the wigs together, and then we have the makeup, and then we have the wardrobe, as you spoke, it really comes together, and it really looks so differently when it's on stage and in living color. And I think, once again, going back to that 20%, they get to see that and they think, okay, we can elevate this even more, and I can even do more, and I can do it better. And I think one of the things during this pandemic, it takes a lot of those young people that we have to get them involved, and we have to teach them how to be fearless right now and how to be caring, because I think this is what it really all comes together. And this is one of the things, as Sheila mentioned, when you became a member, and one of the other members that's in the top three also, Michaela, it was her first year, and she also ran with Nouveau. One of her team members is in the top three. So it takes people like yourself that have a huge commitment, not only to Intercoiffure Nouveau, but to your teams also, to say, hey, what can I do to get you to that next level, and to teach you so that way you can share this life skill, because this is what it's really all about. It's about that life skill. And right now, with what we're going through, everything has, Intercoiffure has been a strong force in what we're doing. You see what's going on, and events like this, being virtual, stepping up to do this, it's kind of crazy. And I think Sheila and I are better right now than we were the other day with what we're doing right now. I think we're more casual, and I think we're just more relaxed. So we're getting better at this. When you see yourself and it's like in slow motion, or you're going the wrong way or something like that, it really makes a big difference. And I applaud you once again for the commitment to Nouveau. It's a huge part. We love working with your team. We love working with all the other teams that come in. We've loved, the Hannah, the Katies, the Elvias, all of those, because they're so enthusiastic. So I want to thank you, and it's great that you're in the top three.
Perry,
John,
thank
I want
you.
to ask
Sorry.
you one thing before we start naming the winners. Anna Vachita, our artistic director, she's a great competitor and won all of these awards. And she unequivocally says that once you start out at a young age and you start competing, you will become one of the best hairdressers. And your eye is expanded to see what is on the camera. You start seeing it as you look at your clients. Do you find that that's true with all the people that have been in the Nouveau, and then how they've excelled in the regular salon life?
Oh, 100%. They are our top performers. And, you know, Hannah and I were having lunch yesterday, and she was talking about what this meant to her. And, you know, they get to go backstage. Perry is such a perfect balance of encouragement and discipline. So, you know, as a salon owner, I love bringing my people to him because I know the experience that they're going to have is going to take them to another level. And it does. I mean, after the very first experience they have, they are not the same stylist. The confidence and just learning, like Hannah said to me yesterday, she said, just learning how to handle yourself backstage, learning how to handle, you know, the challenges that pop up and you know, figuring out how to address them. And, you know, they sing the praises, not only of Perry, but of his entire team and just what it has meant to them to be a part of Nouveau.
Well, somebody told me not too long ago that it was like having Perry dust sprinkled on them after they worked behind stage with Nouveau. And I think that's true with anybody that works backstage or assists backstage with any of the artists at Intercoiffure, but especially if you get a little bit of that sprinkle of Perry dust on you, you want to keep competing, right?
They can't wait to come back for the next one. And, you know, like you guys, I am totally inspired by these young people. They are absolutely what keep me going and what drive me every single day. And, you know, I like the movers and the shakers. I like hanging with those people that like to do things and move forward. So, you know, you guys are helping us do that with Nouveau.
Well, once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And John, you know, I think that's really one of the key things that we need to do right now. You know, I tell my team that you have to turn over every rock right now. You have to sweat a little bit more than you've ever sweated before. If you thought you were good in March, well, guess what? You really weren't that great in March. But now, you know, this pandemic has you have to think differently. And what you're bringing to the table has to be just miles better. And I think this is what we always, as Intercoiffure members and as the organization, I think this is what we always strive to do with everybody.
That's right.
So once again, thank you for supporting us.
I want to say one more thing. So I've watched all these other positions in Intercoiffure change, but I think that you are Nouveau and you are the magic. So thank you for everything you do for these kids. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's really an honor.
Well, I feel the same. Thank you.
Sheila, what did you think of all this?
Well, I love it. You know, I am so ready for the winner. So are we ready for a drum roll?
I think we're ready for a little confetti or something like that, you know? There's a drum roll. There we go.
All right.
So we're ready to announce third place.
Absolutely. Let's do third first. It will be Cutting Loose, Julie Capello.
Woo! Let's tune into Jules. Oh, there we are.
Hey!
Congratulations, Jules. What do you think?
Thank you.
Wait,
which way?
No, the other way. We're going to have a little toast.
There you go.
The girl with the new hair color, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Third place, Coral, congratulations again. All right. Sheila, are we ready for second place?
Second place. Salon 718, Juan Diego Andro.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much.
Well, congratulations.
What do you have to say?
I want to just thank you guys for providing a platform for new artists to feel comfortable to express themselves and and just thank you. I'm just at a loss for words. Thank you.
You should be. Congratulations again. And where's our confetti right now? Do we have a little confetti or what?
Well, yeah, I sent them a box of confetti and streamers and everything, and obviously they've been displaying them. Well, they have their own watch party. So they'll have a lot of cleaning up to do. Are you ready for first place?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Let's go. Jean-Ellen Salon, Danielle, and Erica Goodwin.
Woo! Woo!
Yay!
Are we excited or what? Huh? There we are. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Pretty exciting, isn't it?
Cheers.
Let's toast it.
Woo! Congratulations.
All right. Oh, this is perfect. Get everybody together. Let's there we go.
You have to keep it here at Myrtle.
Fantastic. You're on there. Well, you guys, congratulations on the effort. I know it's 5 months later,
but it's okay.
We're doing virtually. I want to thank all of you guys and congratulate you guys.
What?
Somebody froze. I think. Oh, there you are. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Again. Cheers to all of you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Ron.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, members, thank you so much. Sheila, that was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
It was, and it looks like it's a wrap. So we're going to do just a little bit of a promo and commercial. We've got Anna that we will have at the same station, www.intercoiffurelive.com. And she will be on the 30th of August. So I hope everybody tunes in for that. And then if you can just give them a little information about how they will be hearing from you for the 2021. 2021. Oh my gosh.
Yes, exactly. Let's get over 2020, right?
Yeah, I'll be glad to get over this one.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? In 2019, I thought, oh my God, 2020 sounds so futuristic, right? Man, it's taking us right back wherever we started from. But anyway, we're really excited about Spring Atelier. It'll be in April sometime, I believe, in 2021 again. Our inspiration, we're going to call it silhouettes. We're still working on the whole gamut of it, but think about silhouettes. Think about what you've experienced during this pandemic. You'll be getting some emails. You'll be seeing some information on the Intercoiffure website also. So we're really excited. I have my team working on it feverishly. We're kind of going back and forth. We have great ideas. We're really grateful for all the manufacturers that have supported us throughout the years. And what we're looking at is we want to really thank them in a way of how they've supported our, not only Intercoiffure, but how they've supported the hair salon industry with all this free virtual education. So we're really looking forward to it, to 2021. We're excited about silhouettes. So keep your eyes open, keep your anything that you have going on open. If you have any ideas, feel free to chime, send it to us. We're really more than excited. We want to congratulate all the salons that entered the Nouveau contest for 2020. We want to thank all the A members for supporting their young teams and getting them involved. More importantly, we want to congratulate the top 10 and especially the top 3 winners. So thank you very much. Sheila, this has been a great virtual thing for us. I know we were pretty shaky here and there, but I think we came out all right.
Okay,
yes,
so let's end this with our favorite song. Hit it, Tina. All right. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, you guys.
And bad mistakes